Today's lesson is focused on what is called perfect fifths, perfect fourths, and the tritone. The tritone, tri being 3, tone being a whole step. So from C to D, that's a tone. From C to E is 2 tones, or 4 semitones. And from C to F is a perfect fourth. That's 5 semitones. And that's the perfect fifth, and that is 7 semitones, 3.5 tones. But if I go 3 tones, it sounds like this. Hear this interval described throughout history as the devil's tone. Well, why is that the case? You probably noticed when we got to that spot in the piece and you heard all these perfect fourths and perfect fifths, it was interrupted in the middle with dissonance, the devil's interval. And if you found yourself feeling that something tragic or scary was going to happen, it's the interval that we use even in movies. Describe something that might not go so well. Whereas the perfect fourth, well, we use it for weddings, and for heroic triumph, we have perfect fifths. Do, so, do, so. But if it had been do, fi, it probably wouldn't have been as effective. So we have a response to intervals. Intervals represent not just distance, but we infer meaning from these intervals. So the reason the piece before, at the very beginning of this video, had a sense of uncertainty was moving in parallel fourths, as I did, and parallel fifths, creates a sense of harmonic ambiguity. And composers will do that, they will use those intervals for that purpose. Okay, so I want to review very quickly the shapes again. Perfect fourth, perfect fifth. And we'll get that on all the strings except the 3rd and 2nd string. Yeah, because that 3rd and 2nd string is tuned to a major third, so we'll have a different shape there. But perfect fourth straight across, and perfect fifth. And we use these intervals all the time. If you're a big fan of Chuck Berry, say, for instance. So in rock music and in blues, oftentimes a perfect fourth will be used instead of a third. Now, we'd expect that in different music. In rock music, another example, perfect fifths. Might not be used that way, but it might be used in of the perfect fourth across the strings is most often the perfect fifth. Diagonal in reverse. The tritone is in between those two. On the third and second string, the perfect fourth looks like this. And the perfect fifth looks like this. And the tritone looks like this. So part of the purpose of what we're trying to do with these lessons on intervals is to help you be able to recognize them in the chords that you play, in the melodies that you're playing on the guitar. That as you become aware of those shapes, then when you see them or feel them on your fretboard, you are informed. Know if I'm doing a bar chord like this, that this is a perfect fifth. This straight across is a perfect fourth. And this over here from F to A is a major third, minor third, perfect fourth. So as you get to recognize these patterns, you can be able to see how the chord tones have been arranged. Next lesson, we're going to talk a little bit about inversions and the dominant seventh chord or diminished chord. So we'll look forward to seeing you soon.